We're kicking off a vacation week here at home, and it is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
It's looking hot. It's looking hot. Feels like summer finally, especially as folks are getting ready for the holiday, the 4th. You can see the fireworks barge there on the Charles. If you're headed into Boston, get ready. It's going to be a pretty hot one as temperatures are going to be soaring. You know, typically July 1st, we're right around 80 degrees. That's our normal high for the day, and we're going to be talking about temperatures above that through much of the week. Right now, we're at 74 in Boston with that wind off of the water, mainly out of the northeast, out of the north for the Capes, or in the 60s and 70s. You get away, and with sunshine, where temperatures are in the 80s. A few puffy clouds out there, too. Not too bad. But look at the dew point, near 60. You know what? That's still comfortable. When we get into the mid-60s, that's when it gets to that sticky range, and we'll notice it wavering between the upper 50s and lower 60s over the next couple of days. Nothing to really talk about across our region for the day today. There is some active weather to the west, and that's where we'll see the risk of severe weather today. We'll be watching, though, as a front gets close to our area overnight tonight and tomorrow, but I think most of us will stay dry. Even though we'll see a few clouds in the afternoon, I think the air is dry that we won't see any type of sprinkles, as we'll see temperatures into the 80s. Cooler at the coast in the 70s, so great beach weather today. Noticing by the evening hours, watching for a sprinkle, but again, I really don't think much will pan out with the dry air in place. Overnight, some clouds move in. We'll watch for partly cloudy conditions, some morning clouds for your Tuesday. Those should really begin to break apart. It turns brighter by the afternoon, and we'll be heating up. Remember how I mentioned that front around? We'll have to watch for a pop-up shower out to the west, but most of us will see the day fairly dry. Temperatures fall back into the 60s tonight, as again, those clouds move in. Watching for those clouds to start the day, but it's going to be a hot one. Temperatures into the 80s and really could be near 90 in some spots. Even the mid-80s along the north and south shore. So if you're headed to the beach tomorrow, it will be a warm one with that westerly wind. We'll look for the upper 70s to mid-80s for the Cape and Islands. Winds again out of the west. Water temperatures in the lower 60s across parts of the North Shore, seacoast of New Hampshire. Upper 60s, though, as you head towards the south coast. High tide, 11:39, so you'll have to really fight for some of that beach time during the midday hours. But the chances of precipitation really low the next few days, but it does increase with the heat for Friday as well as into the weekend. So if you're going to be traveling this weekend or this week, looking pretty great for the Cape and Islands. Temperatures in the 80s, upper 70s. If you're headed north, we're talking about temperatures in the upper 80s, and by Thursday, 4th of July, close to 90 degrees. Even in the city of Boston, if you're headed into the city, by the evening fireworks, temperatures in the upper 70s, a little bit more humid, but we really bring back the chance of natural fireworks Friday into the weekend as the heat continues.